Hello again, my name is Derick Van Ness, investor, wealth strategist, and life adventurer, and I've got something for you today that's probably going to knock your socks off. I want to share with you why your financial advisor is lying to you and they don't even realize it. Yes, I said that. I'm not trying to call out financial advisors. I just want you to realize there is so much information out there that is misinformation, that's being misrepresented, and we're going to debunk one of the biggest myths today. So that by the time you get to the end of this video, you're going to be able to spot this coming a mile away. You're going to make better financial decisions, and I pretty much guarantee that if you're going a traditional financial strategy, this is going to add 5 or 6 figures into what you end up with in retirement. Maybe 7 figures, okay? And so what I want to talk about today is, you know how when you sit down with a financial advisor, they're usually, they're going through a plan. How much money do you want to have in retirement? Let's reverse engineer it. Here's how much you got to save every month. The market's going to go up and it's going to go down. And boy, have we seen that this year, right? It's going to go up and it's going to go down, but over time, it's going to average a certain percent depending on the year. It could be 4, 5, 6. It could be 7, 8, 9. If you're in the 90s, they're like 15%, right? Which of course isn't actually true, but at the time it appeared like it might be, right? Right. The numbers right now, a lot of people are saying the market will go up or it'll go down, but over time you're going to get 6 to 7%, right? So they're going to show you an average of 6 to 7% on your money. Here's the thing, and here's the lie, and here's what most of these financial people don't realize. Averages and actual rates of returns are completely different. So let me say that again. The average rate of return that shows what you're going to end up with and the actual rate of return, or what really happens with your money, are two completely different things. So let me give you a really simple example to help you understand this. Let's say you have $100,000 and you give this to an advisor or anybody and they invest it for you. And the first year you have a banner year, best year ever, you get 100% rate of return. Well, that's awesome. You talk to your advisor on your annual review and you say, hey, that was awesome. Let's do that again. He says, no problem, buddy. We got this for you. He invests that money again, and the next year, everything that went right the first year goes wrong. And your money goes down 50%. So you hate that. You yank your money out. Your financial advisor calls you up and he says, hey, Bob, your money went up 100%, it went down 50%, so you're ahead 50%. Divide that by 2 years, you've gotten an average rate of return of 25% per year. Where else are you going to get that? That's super great. And you're like, wow, he's right. If it went up 100 and only down 50, I should be at 25% average rate of return over 2 years. But then you look at your bank account and you go, wait a minute. I started with $100,000. It went up 100% to $200,000. The next year, that $200,000 went down 50%. So I'm back to $100,000. I had to pay a couple of fees to my broker, so I actually lost money. How is that possible? The average rate of return says I made 25%. Yet after fees, I actually lost money, right? And it's because averages are not a representative of what's actually happening with your money. There's even a concept within the investing world called the sequence of returns. Especially when you get to retirement, the order in which you have those ups and downs really, really matters. If you have a bunch of downs right before or right after retirement and you have to live on that money, basically you end up having to pull money out of the account while it's still down and it can't recover, right? But when they show you the averages, the scale always goes like this and then shoots to the ceiling. When you look at the actual rates of return, things go up and down and up and down. So the next time anybody, I don't care who they are, if it's your real estate agent and he says, hey, houses in this neighborhood go from $300,000 to $500,000, but on average, they're $400,000, and he tells you that you're going to pay $400,000 for any house in that neighborhood, he's full of crap, right? I'm not saying agents do that all the time, but it would be the same thing. If your financial advisor starts showing you averages over time, what he's showing you is a complete myth. It's never happened, it never will happen, And I want to say this up front. I believe most of these people think they're doing the right thing. They're just totally misinformed. They've been trained by a sales trainer or their boss to go out and show it this way. And if you don't know any better, it looks right? Because people say the numbers never lie. And it's true. It's just if you're lying about how the numbers are being put into the system, the numbers don't represent what will actually happen with your money. So this is why I think most financial advisors are lying to you, and they don't even realize it is because they're trying to reverse engineer everything based on an average, which is never, ever gonna happen. And it's not gonna be representative of what happens with your money. So now you know better. You'll never fall for the old averages trick again. If this was valuable, please hit the like button. It really makes a big difference to get it out there. If you know people who need this information, please share it with them. And of course, subscribe to the channel. Love to have you here, seeing different videos. We cover everything to help you live a bigger life. My company's Big Life Financial. If you have questions, drop them in the comments. And I appreciate you stopping by. And now you're just a little bit smarter financially. Thanks.